All right, guys, so right now we're just gonna do the cleaning of the surface right here real quick. We're just gonna use alcohol wipe and then just make sure the surface is dry before we do applying the logo on. Make sure it's completely dry. And we'll do the clean the surface up here too as well. Well, then actually this piece we don't need to because on the bottom it has that one. So we're gonna start with a little silver. Put the silver piece on. Let's see on the back, see if there's anything plastic wrap that we need to remove. Apparently not. The front side, it does have a little clear plastics. Just remove that and it's shiny. And the other back side, you just apply it on. Just make sure it's level up. It's aligned. So this is what it looks like. And just press it down because it's on the bottom. It has like sticky tape. Okay, one's done. Now we're just gonna pick our logo. Remember, this is the front side. So we're gonna find the big ones. They have this different, so let's get the big one instead of the small one. This big one compared to the small ones. So you just pretty much kind of lay it out and see where it would fit. Perfect, like around, I would say around there. Looks good. Once like that, and then just remove it. I might want to put a little bit of tape in between so that way I know. Maybe go lower a little bit. Right there. That looks about right. Then you just apply it. So it doesn't have to be like perfect. So just lined it up. Let's see, move it like this. Let's see, maybe here. I think that's good enough. Once it's down, just press it firmly. Just press it all the way down. And now you're just gonna remove it. Then it'll stick. There you go. So, as you notice, yeah, and that's it. You're just gonna have to do it to all four. And then you do the installations. All right, guys, so word of advice. Earlier when I applied one of these things right here, the letter T was wrinkled. So make sure when you lay it down, make sure that all the sides are equal spread out and it flat. once it's wrinkled, when you try to remove it, you can't. It's gonna be messed up. So it's like pretty much lay flat, one shot. Thank God they included, for the small ones, they included one extra ones, and for the large one, they included extra large one. So as you can see here, for the black decals, you got, all we need just 2 big ones, but they give us 3. And small ones, all we need is just 2, but they give us 1 additional ones. Same thing with the little silver piece here too. We've got 1 additional. So thank God with the extra piece, otherwise it would have been messed up. So make sure to align this, when you put it down, just make sure this is all flat. Make sure it's flat. If it's because once you remove the bottom layer of it, the top one is very flimsy, and if it's not laying flat, and when you press it down, if it gets a wrinkle and then you try to remove it, it's done. It doesn't crooked. It's not nice anymore. But yeah, just be really careful with it when you're applying it. Afterwards, just give some pressure and you'll look good to go. So right now, we're just gonna take it out and we're just gonna do the installations. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're gonna do the installation of the calipers that I did an unboxing. I think maybe 1 or 2 videos prior, but this is what we're gonna put it in. All right, so it looks nice. I put the logo, the decals on already. So right now we're just gonna do the actual installation, and I think it's not that hard. So I'm gonna walk you through. So first off, we're gonna put like a piece of wood back here, just so you know the vehicle doesn't roll. Not that it would, but just for the safety. You can find a 2x4 or something, a brick or rock, whatever, just for protection. And Tesla is a little bit different. You need this jack pot to jack up the vehicle itself. And on the vehicle, on the very bottom of the frame, there's like 4, 2 front and 2 back. There's like a little hole that you put this underneath, and then that's the jack point where you're going to use to jack up the vehicle. Make sure you're very careful with this, because underneath here with the EV vehicle, there's a battery pack down there. So you don't want to mess it up, because once you mess up the battery pack, it could cost you like, you're into like maybe $15,000-$20,000 to replace. Okay, so be very careful with it. So I'm going to show you guys real quick. It's right on over here, and you can get these on Amazon. It's quite easy. It's about, I think, about $20-$30. There's a hole right here on the frame. I don't know if you can see it, and you can't really miss it. It's pretty much right. Stick it in, and it has a little seal that will hold it on top. Once it's in, you just move your jack underneath, and you start jacking it up. You can see that I say not diameter, but the bigness of the jack pods. It's my jack does not hit the frame of the Tesla, which is good. So what the jack is pushing up is on the jack pods, which is what we want. Okay, so slowly. So here's the thing. For me, I have a lot of tools, so I don't need to loosen up the lug nuts on the wheels. But if for those of you out there who doesn't have like the impact guns like this, you need to loosen the nuts first prior to lifting it up, because if you don't, the wheel's gonna roll and it'll be impossible for you to loosen it. But with the impact gun, I can do it when it's on the floor or when it's lifted. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna save me a little bit more time, but you can do it without the impact gun. Well, this gun's really good. I love Rigid. I'm a Rigid fan. So you guys like Rigid, I can put the link there for you guys to buy. Usually Home Depot has a lot of them, sales. So we're just gonna remove the hubcap section by section. Quite easy. You just put your hand inside and just kind of pull straight out, and just leave it on the side. Right? You can see right there, there's only 5 lug nuts. Not that hard, especially when you use it with the impact gun. It's amazing. I used it earlier. I tried it with my DeWalt, the impact one, but it's not strong enough. But this thing is a beast. It break it like butter. I'm just gonna move the wheel out of the way. You don't have to lift it all the way up. Just lift enough where you can remove safely remove the wheel. So the way we install this is this. I'll show it to you guys one by one, so you guys will know. So this piece right here, they label for you L1. That means left. Left. This is the left front. Okay. The other one will be L2, and then it'll be right 2. And you stick it in right there. It looks like it's designed for it to stay there. It's perfect. And the other ones, you have 2 more. It goes right there, and right there. Okay, so that's where it's gonna go. It's gonna be a little bit tricky. You gotta play with it a little bit, but I'll show it to you guys. So the back part, the front one is easy because it stays, but this one you gotta kind of like put it in and okay, that one's kind of in, but this one now we gotta handle it. Okay, so we're gonna put it here, put like that, and put it. Okay, there we go. That one top. Oh yeah, it's kind of tricky when you put. Okay, that one's in. So do it again. This one. This one might fall. Okay, there we go. All right. Yep. Once you do that, both of the ends, you get these short screws like this. The good thing is this company provides you with all the hardware for the installation, so you can just lightly screw it in and just kind of like wiggle it around to make sure that it's in place. Sometimes it doesn't hit it yet, so let's see. Okay, and then you do the bottom one too, so you find it right there. Again, you don't need to tighten it really super hard yet. Just do it lightly to make sure everything's in place. And you go to the front, you do the same thing. You stick it in here, and you're gonna screw it in. Just hope and make sure it goes into there. For us to see. Không vô vậy. Okay, vô rồi. Once it's in, you just start lightly. The space is kind of limited. Kind of like wiggle it around. Like the fitment for this is really good. It's like it's spot on. You can see it doesn't wiggle, which is what we want. But you know that they have like 3 screws on one on here and 2 in here. It will safely secure everything. So just do this, tighten this. So after you tighten up all the screws and the two over here, you pretty much just kind of like wiggle it around just to make sure that it's all like spot in. Okay, make sure it doesn't wiggle, and you can see it's dead on. Oh my God, it looks gorgeous. All right, so that's pretty much it for the front. The front of it. We're gonna go to the back and we're gonna do the back of it. Okay? Or yeah, pretty much it. Let's do the back. Không rõ mà ha. So basically what you guys want to do is you guys make sure when we install this, you just kind of like screw it in by hand, because you don't want to, like, you know, cross thread it. A lot of people, like, they use like the impact or the power tool. That's not the proper way to do it. You just want to, you know, screw it in by hand first, and everything's in. Then you can use like the torque wrench to torque it down to the correct spec. For this one, it's about 129 feet-pound. Okay, so like I was saying, once you hand tighten everything, pretty much just gonna do like the torque it down. And I usually do crisscross. About 130. Once you're done, just make sure you check for clearance, because remember, the wheel will be spinning, and make sure there's, you know, this company, when they designed this, they already figured out like the clearance of it already. But you can see it doesn't touch the wheel because the wheel will spin. Okay, but after, when we're done with the installation, we're gonna take out for a test drive, and then make sure it doesn't squeak, it doesn't rattle, it doesn't give you any weird noises, right? But that's pretty much for the front. We'll put back the hubcap, and then we're gonna move to the back.
Cái này bằng chưa?
Huh?
Cái đó bằng chưa?
Yeah, do you think so? I think so.
Okay.
Someone. Well, it doesn't hurt to double check, and it doesn't hurt to do it twice, because you'd rather be safe than sorry. There we go. From the outside, you can see the red ones, right? so you can see the rear calipers, it's a lot smaller than the front, and the installation wise is different from the front as well. It just comes with, you really need to put two bolts or two screws together. So this one and this one. So the way we do it is you put the R5, which is right 5, on top like this, and then you put the other ones R5 and R4 like that, and you just do this. You put it like that, cover it up, and then you just lined up the screws. Okay, so let's do this one. It's kind of hard to screw it on. My wife's gonna help me. No, yeah. Let me do this one first. So you borrow the big one. Kind of have to wiggle. Okay, that one's in. Okay, perfect. Okay, let me dặn cứng lại. Okay, so the black peaks, when you try to tighten it down, just make sure you use one of your fingers and kind of push it up so it can lean against the actual caliber, and then you just tighten it. And then right now, just tighten it a little bit, you know, make sure that it's hard. All right, now look, and once it's in, it's like it's dead on. It's really good. Like I said, like this company, the way they design it, is like a perfect fit for everything. So that's pretty much it for the back. Okay, it looks a lot smaller, looks neater. We can slap on the wheel and we'll go for a test drive. This is the overall look. After the installation completed, we did the test drive. No rattle, no squeakies, which is good. No vibrations. That's what we want after this kind of install. Let me guys tell me, what do you guys think? Okay, so pretty much for this installation, what you need is a Tesla jackpots. This one, you can get it from Amazon. I would say about 25 or 30 bucks. If you guys need, I'll list it on the link in my descriptions. And for myself, you really don't need the impact gun, but I have it. So why not, you know, I use this. But if not, you can just use like a extension, 1/2 inch. And then you need a 21 millimeter socket to loosen it and to open it. And then you just need a floor jack. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And the other tools, hardware, it came with the kit itself. So that's pretty much all you need. All right, so thanks for watching.